interesting 4 cards to come out at first. 4 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and Judgment. Lots and lots of upheaval for you lately. Around a marriage, a relationship. It has not been easy, but it looks like it's done with. And now the Judgment is here to kind of help you use your own judgment to get out of this. You had to walk away from certain types of people that were hurting you. You know, you've definitely been backstabbed, to say it lightly. You were deceived with a relationship. Wheel of Fortune, Temperance. 9 Wands. And Page of Cups. Definitely feeling weary, like you've gone through a war, right? But the wheels are turning, you know, no matter what. If you're going through good times, it's going to end. And if you're going through bad times, it's going to end. The time keeps ticking no matter what is happening to you. So there is some sort of just movement forward. But you have to remain grounded with Temperance here. You have to remember to remain patient in this scenario that you're kind of in here. It's new territory for you. This is somewhat fresh, but you're feeling tired, you know, like war torn. You know, I'm not sure if that's even a term. You're just tired, weary, scraped up, you know, like emotionally spent, right? 222 on the clock. So this is regarding a relationship that you just left. And it was rough, but Judgment is here, you know, on your side. When your intuition tells you to leave, you listened and it helped. But at this point now, you have to remain balanced for yourself. You can't expect things to change overnight for you. You might get some sort of inkling of a flirtation from somebody, but right now, I think you're too concerned with your health, your mental health, just being tired, you know, like you can't do much when you're tired. There's a reason why people use it as a form of torture, because when you're sleep deprived, your whole body literally shuts down. Your brain goes, your body functions go, you become delirious, you hallucinate. It's really, really bad. We need sleep for a reason. There's a lot of junk in our brains even that our brains cleanse themselves when we're sleeping. So if you're not sleeping and you're not really, you know, getting those REMs, and you're polluting your brain too. So you're foggy, you're tired, you can't focus, you're upset, you're easily angered. There's a lot of things because your brain is just emotionally spent. That's what I'm getting here. This is a rough read so far, but let's see what else. Wow, look at this. Double 10 of Swords. We're getting doubles a lot lately. Double 10 of Swords, double endings. This was a doozy, I'm gonna say. This whatever you just dealt with was a real obstacle course, and you couldn't cope any longer. It was just tearing you down in every single way. That was a relationship for the books, you know, infamous in a sense where it's the worst of the worst. You know, it really messed you up. Someone's bad-mouthing you, you know, they're bitter, they treat you like a doormat. They could have cursed you. And you hit rock bottom, like hard. Like it wasn't just a little float, slip down a little slippery slope to rock bottom. Like you fell off a cliff because you were pushed and you fell face first, just like this card is. And, you know, it was kind of just like a smack. Meanwhile, they're throwing, you know, swords at your back while you're falling. That's the kind of sick, depraved people. There are people like that. They'll kick you when you're going down. It's just, you're just an easy target. They don't feel bad for you. They'll just hurt you even more. But you left, thankfully. You used your judgment wisely. Whether it was your judgment, intuition, your spirit guides, whatever message, however it got to you, you left. Because time is ticking. And you feel tired. I'm just getting a lot of tiredness today. We got Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is mentally agonizing as well. You know, changes are not only physically exhausting, they're mentally exhausting, right? Even if you're doing the right thing and you know that the change has to happen for the better of yourself, it doesn't make it easier. You know, you're still expending a lot of energy when you're going through something that's difficult, because you have to think, you have to be vigilant, you have to act, and just act fast. And these changes that you've gone through, you know, the jump that you made was a big feat, and you had to be quick-witted in order to do it correctly and get out by the, you know, what is it, by the skin of your teeth or something like that. So now it's about patience. We have Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles. All about patience, waiting. Now it's about rebuilding yourself, right? Going forward, figuring out what to do next. And patience with your health, because anytime you are recovering from any sort of health issue, it takes a long time, and everyone wants to get better like tomorrow, because we have things to do, and it's boring, and it holds you back from having fun, and holds you back from meeting people and all the things, right? But you need the patience in order to like invest back in yourself. You know, you might have a new job, you might be self-employed, starting a new business, trade. You know, stay focused on you and your trade at this time. Stay focused on just something that will make you stable, you know, by yourself. It doesn't mean that you always have to think about money, but, you know, instead of focusing on all this negative stuff that has happened to you, and letting it drain you even further, it's just good to stay focused on something that's optimistic for you, something that excites you, someone that excites you. But with this, it's telling me, like, kind of stay committed to yourself at this time, stay committed to your trade, your business, because it'll pay off for you. You know, it's not going to lie to you. or just, you know, do all these things that the 20 of Swords now we have. What else do we got? Making a break for it. Look at that. So we have the 5 of Swords and making a break for it with the 7 of Swords on top. This was definitely a dangerous escape. It was dangerous, and you had to like really think logically, strategically, I mean, in order to do this successfully. This was not an easy feat. It was definitely a lot of danger involved. Schemers, liars, cheaters. Someone that will just lie directly into your eyes and not care at all that they're hurting you. Nine of Wands. it's time, you just have to let go of what you wanted it to be, right? We hold on to relationships because we either are holding on to the possibility of what it could be, which has never had been, right? And then also we can hold on to what was, but it's not currently. Staying to yourself, figuring it out on your own, soul searching with the Hermit energy here. Now is the time to kind of figure this out on your next step in life, away from this. You can't be hasty, but you have to be a little bit passionate about what you're going to do next, right? So you got to think about that. And in order to make a decision that's purely your own, you got to kind of have to go into a hermit mode for some length of time to figure it out. Be introspective. Here we go again with defeat. So we have double Five of Swords, which is terrible, and then double Ten of Swords, which is ridiculously terrible. Excuse me. This is some serious stuff that you've definitely had to deal with and go through. I think now is the time to stay and relax and heal. Balance yourself out. Be flexible with what you're going to do next. Just don't stay rigid and dig your heels in to something that what could have been, should be, blah, blah, blah. You have to be present. You have to figure out where you're going next. And you have to make a plan and invest in yourself at this time while you're healing, because you definitely have gone through some sort of serious fighting, serious backstabbing, betrayal here. Like, this is double, not good energy. It's craziness. So at this point, since you're coming from such a tumultuous place, I would say to kind of rest and stay focused on your craftsmanship at this time. It will just keep you focused on a positive thing, and also it's a great meditative approach to keeping your mind off of negative things, because you're focusing your mind on something that is going to help you. So that's what I'm getting, and of course I pull out one more card and look what we got. Now we have a double Page of Cups. Your intuition. Your intuition is going to tell you which way to go next. Your intuition is going to help you make these decisions. And, whether or not you're in tune with your intuition, you have to be kind of to yourself and really listen to yourself honestly, without limitations, in order to figure out what your intuition is saying without rationality involved, without judgment involved, without trying to force an answer. But you just kind of have to find that spark in your life again, all right? And it doesn't have to be attached to somebody. I think you have to find the spark that makes you happy, almost like kind of like flirt through life in a sense of being like, I love doing this. I'm going to do this. I love doing this. I'm going to start a business in this, or just kind of flirt with yourself, like take yourself out, treat yourself well at this time, and tune into your spiritual voice, tune into your psychic messages, maybe it's your dreams, but listen to them and figure out the next steps for yourself. But I hope that you take care and really heal yourself after this upheaval. The truth does come out and karma does work. It just works in a slower time than you want it to sometimes. But at this time, I feel like staying focused on yourself is going to help you along the way.